Hi, thanks for watching today's Friday, Fact Check Friday. It's Friday, August the 7th, and I've got a good story for you today. You're really going to want to stick around to the end because I have a personal story about this particular fact check that you're going to want to hear. But this involves protesters or rioters using green lasers to blind people here in Portland, and exactly how Reuter's fact check kind of gives cover for these jerks, right? Okay. So this story from Reuters, the headline is Fact Check. Photo does not show protesters using green lasers to blind law enforcement in Portland. And that's the important part of any fact check. It's the headline, because most people only read the headline. Do you have enough in the headline to make it clear to the audience what the story is about? Well, in this case, they're saying this is a fake photo. And they're implying that the entire story is fake. Although if you continue to read the story, you'll find out that it's actually true. Now, the story or the meme that is being shared is there's this photograph, and it's a great photograph from Chile in 2019 at some protests where a bunch of kids are using these lasers. And I believe that the photo is enhanced and they've added in some green lines and things like that. But it's during the day. It's nice and clear. And so that was what this meme used. They used this picture from Chile. But the exact same thing is happening here in Portland, but it's at night. And so the pictures aren't as good, right? They're not as dramatic. And so when you're making a meme, you want to use the best picture possible that you can use. And so I'm sure whoever created this meme, they searched for protesters and green lasers, and they picked the best picture they could, happened to be from Chile, to make a point about what's happening here in Portland. Now, what Reuters did is they checked, well, is this picture from Portland? It's not from Portland, so therefore the whole thing's fake news. Oh, no. This is happening in Portland every single day for the last 60 days at least. And I have a story about that in just a moment. But that is why I think that this fact check is just so misleading. Because again, I say people only read the headline. Well, what if you just read the first paragraph? The first paragraph here is users on social media are sharing a photograph they claim shows a crowd of protesters in Portland using green lasers to blind police officers and federal agents. The image was actually shot in Chile, 2019. So if you were to only read the first paragraph, you still wouldn't be informed that this is happening on a daily basis here in Portland. That's misleading, at least to me. Now, technically, it's true. The picture was shot in Chile. But it should also be shared that while that picture was shot in Chile, this is happening every single day in Portland. And I find it disgusting that the fact checkers at Reuters are giving cover for these people by doing this. But I see this often in fact checking. There will be lots of things going around the internet, and the fact checker will purposefully choose one that is the most exaggerated and then fact check that one. And they will ignore all of the legitimate claims that are out there. In this case, they found this picture from Chile and they're going, oh, that one's fake, thereby telling their audience that it's all fake. Although technically they don't do it. You got to read to like the 8th paragraph before you find out the truth. And again, the purpose of a meme is to get shared. So if you're creating a meme, if you want to do a meme about like these Portland protesters, Portland rioters, more accurately, you want to pick the best picture. Well, this picture is in the daylight. I think it's been enhanced. I think it's been photoshopped, but you got all these nice bright green lights. It makes for a really good meme. And all of the pictures of what's happening in Portland are at night. There's tear gas and things. It's hard to get a good picture of that. And so whoever's creating the meme is just going to grab the best picture they can because that's going to be shared the most. This time they chose a picture from Chile, not from Portland, because it was a better picture. But the reality is it's still happening in Portland. In fact, I have a personal story to share with you about this. This is a text I got from my friend just the other day. It says, while driving my blank, this is vehicle, Home from work last night, I drove northwest on Southeast Cherry Blossom Drive, which was entirely peaceful. As I approached my normal turn on 106th, an armored vehicle with a mounted loudspeaker came around the corner. With its speaker pointed right at my car, it announced to all persons to leave north or face rubber bullets or tear gas. So I immediately made a right-hand turn onto 106th because that's due north. Otherwise, I couldn't see any chaos meriting the crowd control vehicle at all. Right after turning right on 106th, there was suddenly a big crowd rioting about 50 feet in front of me with random people around blocking my way forward. The blank, his vehicle, was an awful turning radius, so I could not turn around in the street. Several powerful green lasers pointed at me from the crowd, momentarily making me unable to see. I was literally afraid for my life. I was surrounded. I was able to get the car turned around using a tiny parking lot and escape the area. If I'd been wearing my work hat, things might have turned out differently. His work hat is red. When I got home, we could hear the entire thing, including what sounded like frequent gunfire, probably tear gas and rubber bullets, women screaming hysterically, and police over loudspeakers went past midnight. They tried to burn the building down, which closely borders low-income housing and has an internal gas station. That's a personal text message that I got from my friend just the other day. This is real. They're using these high-powered lasers to blind people. He's just a regular guy. He's not a political guy. He's a family man. He's got a wife and kids. He was just trying to drive home. And they pointed it at him when he made a turn onto a street because he didn't know where to go. This is real, and it's very scary, and it's happening every day in Portland. But Reuters is giving cover for this by choosing an exaggerated version of a meme that they can debunk and say that it's a fake picture, although it's happening every single day. I understand that that picture is from Chile, but what is happening in that picture is happening in Portland on a nightly basis. And this Reuters fact check gets cover for it. And Reuters will put out this fact check, and then the rest of the media, the rest of the copy-paste media will just copy and paste that, and they will put out similar stories. That's the problem with fact-checking today, is we have people in fact-checking that don't want to give you the real truth. They're trying to shade the truth. And in this one, technically, it's correct, but they're not informing their reader about what's really going on. And to me, half a truth is a lie. And that's what I see with the Reuters fact check. I know that you might have a different opinion. I welcome you to share it in the comments. But yeah, let me know what you think about this story. Have an awesome weekend. Peace.